Hi everyone! Today we're talking about leaky fuel injectors. They can cause rough idling, poor gas mileage, and even engine damage. So, it's important to catch them early. Let's get started and explore how to identify a leaky fuel injector. First, let's understand what happens when a fuel injector leaks. Fuel injectors are designed to spray a precise amount of fuel into the engine. When they leak, they drip fuel even when they're supposed to be closed. This extra fuel throws off the air-fuel mixture. This can lead to various problems. Now, let's move to the common symptoms of leaky fuel injectors. Rough idling is a major sign. The engine might shake or sputter at stoplights. You might also notice a decrease in fuel economy. You're filling up your tank more often than usual. The engine might be hard to start, especially after it's been sitting for a while. A strong fuel smell coming from the exhaust is another clue. You might even experience black smoke from the tailpipe. This is unburnt fuel. Okay, so how do we actually check for these leaks? There are a few methods you can try. First, the fuel pressure test is a good place to start. You'll need a fuel pressure gauge. Connect it to the fuel rail test port. Observe the fuel pressure after turning the engine off. If the pressure drops rapidly, it indicates a potential leak in the system, including the injectors. Now, let's look at a simpler test, the visual inspection. Carefully inspect the fuel injectors for any signs of wetness or fuel residue. Look around the injector body and where it connects to the fuel rail and intake manifold. Remember to do this with the engine cold to avoid any risk of burns. Next is the paper towel test. This can help pinpoint the leaking injector. Place clean paper towels underneath each injector. Crank the engine briefly, but don't start it. Remove the paper towels and check for fuel spots. This indicates a leak. However, proceed with caution and avoid any source of ignition. Another way involves using a stethoscope. With the engine running, carefully listen to each injector using a stethoscope. A healthy injector will make a consistent clicking sound. A leaking injector might sound different. It might be quieter, irregular, or make a hissing sound. However, this method requires a trained ear and familiarity with normal injector sounds. If you suspect a leak, it's best to consult a professional mechanic. They have specialized tools and expertise to diagnose the problem accurately. They can also safely replace the faulty injectors. Remember that working with fuel systems can be dangerous. Always disconnect the battery before working on the fuel system. Work in a well-ventilated area. Have a fire extinguisher nearby. Always prioritize your safety. So, that's how you can check for leaky fuel injectors. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more car maintenance tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. See you in the next video.